I am very happy that we can speak together. For me, it's a great pleasure. I would like to ask you, could you remember, I think you won Rally Bohemia 3 times. Could you remember to this amazing times when you drive Skoda cars?
Yes, I remember everything. The first time I won, it wasn't Rally Bohemia, in fact it was Rally Skoda. It was the first time, 1976. But I've done this rally every year since first time, 74. And I've done it about 10 times, I think. And then, as you say, I won it 3 times, 76, 79 and 80. And it had always been a great rally. Been a fantastic rally, and I've also been here bringing foreign drivers because we had a lot of foreign drivers, especially from Norway, Sweden and Denmark, already in the 70s. And the rally had a lot of coverage in the Scandinavian media, so there was more and more people coming, and we have had Scandinavian drivers I take practically every year since the start, beginning of the 70s up to today.
And could you tell me something about history and about your remember to the cars, to the amazing car, Skoda 130 RS?
Yeah, we started with 120S in 74 and did this rally with the 120S 74, 75 and then started with the 130 RS in 76. And of course this 130 RS was a big improvement from the 120S, had the same basic engine, but it was lighter, it was wider, it was a very, very good car on asphalt. Very, very good asphalt car. Also good on loose, but on asphalt it was fantastic. There was a big, big joy and pleasure when we got those cars. It was like a new toy. And I had very many good years with those cars from 76 up till 83. I drove 7 different ones, 130 RSs, and had good results. The last one I drove in 83, I got that from the factory, and I have that car at home. And it still gives me pleasure to drive it today.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about the other car, 130 RR? It was a Group B car. It was evolution, but no success like in RS.
Well, it was quicker.
Yes.
We had that car in the middle of the 80s. The car was quicker. It was about the same engine performance, but it had a 5-speed gearbox. It had rear disc brakes. It had a much better seating position. You could sit better in the car. It was also relatively light, a lot of aluminium in the car and also plastic windows. And that car was, for me, the best car on loose surface. When you drove on gravel and on snow, that car was incredible. I would say the 130 RS was the best car on the asphalt, but the 130 LR was very, very good on loose surface. It was good on asphalt also. But again, of course, it's more than 10 years after the 130 RS. And of course, also when the 130 LR came, the competition was much harder. 10 years later, everybody else have developed their cars more. So even if the 130 LR was a little bit quicker than the 130 RS, there was other cars who was much quicker. Like for instance, the Quattro. The Quattro was introduced in 1981. And as you know, then there was coming more four-wheel drive cars, and it was getting more and more difficult. There's one quite interesting thing with the Quattro, is that that was introduced in 1981. First rally that the Quattro did was the Vienna Rally in Austria as a test rally before Rally Monte Carlo. And we were there with the Skoda Works team, and the Quattro won with Franz Wittmann, and we won number 2.
Great.
Yeah, that was good.
Could you compare events in the previous time and today? I mean conception. You were driving 30 special stages, 3 days, but in this time, there in Rally Bohemia we have 8 special stages in two laps. What do you think about this?
Well, the rallies in 70s and 80s was more endurance. It was the rallies was longer. We were sitting in the car more. We were driving much more in the night than today. Today the rallies are getting more and more like sprint rallies compared to today as there was before. I enjoyed that, and I also enjoyed driving in the night. Some people feel it's better, some people feel it's worse, but of course I'm from that time, and I think it was better then.
And what about your current business? You have a rally school in Norway, I think. Is it working? And what about new talents in the rally?
New talents all the time, all the time. Winter Rally School have now been running for 26 years. We're starting our 27th season now this coming winter. And we have had about 1,300 drivers from all over the world, from 42 different countries. And we are very busy every winter. There are always new talents. You know, you always see very good talents coming up, and you're working with them. Some can succeed, some cannot. The reason for them not succeeding is many times because of finance. It's an expensive sport. Many times it's stopping with the finance. But I mean, we have super drivers coming up all the time. It's just a question of looking after them in the best possible way and give them the opportunities to continue. And of course, sponsors, finance must be there. Otherwise, it doesn't work.